Okay. Well, at least I know that it works. I haven't live streamed in so long, but if no one comes in like 5 minutes, I'll just end the stream. How do I? Oh, there's a person. Hi. I feel weird streaming to nobody essentially, but thanks for coming in. Hi. Oh my gosh, there's people. People are arriving. Hello. How is everyone? How is everyone's day? What did you all do? Say I love your bro. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by if you're leaving chat now. Wait, can you hear me? I feel like you should be able to, but I want to make sure. Okay, someone answered my question. So I think that means that they can hear me. Yay. Okay. 7 people in the chat. Let's go. What do you eat before you go to the gym? That's my problem with going to the gym is that I love it. It's great, but anything I eat is either too heavy or too not enough. Eggs and toast for me. Mm, bet. I want to know. I know there's only like 7 people or so right now. I don't even know how many, but I want to know, do you stand BTS? Um, for a long time, I did stand BTS, but I will say that stan culture is has gotten, I don't know if stan culture has always been problematic, but it's gotten out of control. I love BTS and I they were my alt group for a long time. I would now say I don't have an alt group. I am a casual listener of K-pop, but I have been listening to BTS since about 20 end of 2017, 2018. What is this gym you speak of? But I think their music is genuinely very good. I don't know what they've been doing in this past 10 years. Stan culture has always been out of control. I got into K-pop 2017. Oh, good. You can see the chat on the screen. I was worried about that. And still listen. Anymore until I'm at 5 years. Yeah. What groups do you guys listen to outside of BTS? If you whether you like stop listening to BTS or it did you leave like the K-pop stuff alone in general? Because I listen to BTS, ATEEZ, Twice. Um, I have Cordis songs in my library, but I wouldn't say I go out of my way to listen to Cordis. But I feel like you can't deny that they make music that is it's trendy. It's nice to listen to. I like K-pop in general. I got into K-pop in 2016. My alts are that's an Espa. Was it Red Velvet that just had a comeback? Red Velvet, or am I thinking of IU? No, Red Velvet just had a comeback, right? I like K-pop in general. Stuff along what I knew. Guy in high school who. I listen to K-pop sometimes, but don't have a particular favorite group. Yes, I love their comeback. I heard it was really good. I still haven't listened to it. I think being a casual K-pop consumer is that's what I would call myself. And I think it's becoming more common to be just a casual K-pop listener. I would say particularly amongst people of color. Not to say that like K-pop stan culture is dying or anything like that. It's definitely not. But when I speak to people, I definitely hear like I was really into K-pop and then something happened, or there was an incident, or their alt group, fave group did something, or something to that extent, or you just have a life and get busy. Because I feel like to really call yourself a K-pop stan or a K-pop fan, when you're speaking to other people, they expect you to have like always bought the latest album and always have listened to the latest comeback for whatever group you're speaking about. So I think it can be overwhelming if you do want to call yourself a K-pop stan. Why did chat go away? AT's Masa X, N hyphen, TXT, 17, XO, period. For some reason, I just got into XO. Favorite group. Just know they're good music. The only big group I like was Stray Kids, and then their music was on some BTS. No, Stray Kids. Should we wait? I want to give. I don't know if more people are going to show up, so I don't mind like casually talking about anything before we get into, I guess, today's topic. But Stray Kids. I can agree with the sentiment that Stray Kids music has evolved in a way where I can understand why a lot of people don't listen to them anymore. I was never a big Stray Kids fan, but I definitely see the evolution, and even a lot of like hardcore stays have been very critical of Stray Kids lately. I feel like I want to move chat. It's well because stan culture is still rather new. Really? When would you say stan culture came about? Like 2014? 2013? I like the music. The details about the members. I probably know most about BTS, but mostly only to find. I feel like K-pop groups used to make insanely good hip-hop, but it's an Americanizing. That's a good point. There has been this big push within K-pop to appeal to the Western market, which, at least in I feel like, I want to say in my opinion, but I feel like that's factual. Like, they want to expand the reach of K-pop. And I feel like it's very clear that executive CEOs, whoever is in charge, feel as though that way is speaking English lyrics and having this very specific sort of sound, but that's not the reason why most people have enjoyed K-pop music. I liked Awkward Silence, but that's about it. Stray Kids was my gym music. Valid. It's yeah, around 2013-ish is when more people started calling themselves stans. Or at least when it was popularized. Yeah. Is there anybody in chat today that has specifically come due to the title of my video? Granted, there's literally only like 6 people watching right now, but did you guys come to talk about BTS in general, or BTS and the Grammys in general, or because you watched my last video? I'm just curious, because if it's just like people who didn't watch the video, then we can just kind of talk about our opinions without necessarily even mentioning the video. I just guess I was live in general. Well, thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Mars. Me, LOL. I liked your vid. I wanted to see what else you had to say. Okay. I haven't watched your video. It's one. You're in the UK? Wow. 1 a.m. on a Tuesday? You don't have work or school? How old are you? What are you doing? I just really came to hear people's opinions. Watch your video, hear casual. I like listening to you talk. Can't sleep tonight. 2 a.m. in Poland. Poland? No, queen. It's Wednesday. Oh! Damn. I'm just trying to figure out 1 a.m. and you're up on a Tuesday? You don't have any plans tomorrow? I'm just kidding, by the way. I literally sleep anywhere from 12 a.m. to like 2 a.m. That's like my normal sleeping schedule, which I know isn't good, but Love from Detroit. Also a black K-pop fan. I went to Detroit. Actually, that's where I went to see Twice. And then we stayed the whole weekend. Detroit has really good vibes. Every once in a while, that wasn't that long ago, but every once in a while, because that was the only time I went to Detroit, I was like, I miss Detroit. Detroit has fantastic vibes. 24. I remember in the 8th grade. It's on a Tuesday. Also Insomniacs. Got it. Okay. Yes, Detroit has great vibes. I moved. Well, I don't want you to dox yourself, actually. It's not important where you moved to. Magic. Here. Kind of my own schedule. Okay. BTS and the Grammys. I wanted to make this video, or I already explained why I wanted to make the video in the video, but I wanted to live stream about it just to see if there would be anyone from the video in the comments that disagreed with a lot of the opposing opinions that I presented within the video, because there was a lot of disagreement, which I don't think is a bad thing. There were a couple comments that were like, I don't know why you made this video. It just seems like you want like-minded people to tell you you're right. And that's just not how the internet works. There is no video that I have made where every comment was like, I agree with what you said, or every comment is like, yeah, this video is great. There are videos that I've made where that is like the majority of the comments that I got, but I really do like discussing opinions, beliefs, ideals, morals. Like, I think that stuff, I think having conversation, like actual conversation, is fun and important, even if you don't agree with me and I don't agree with you. And the points that I put within the video were kind of like, should I just pull it up? No, I feel like that's a lot of work. There was one opinion that I completely said, I literally said in the video, I said, I don't agree with this. Like, right after the video played, it was the clip of a woman from TikTok who states that she is a part of the Recording Academy. Like, if you go to her actual TikTok, she talks about how she's a part of the Recording Academy and sometimes educates people on how it works. She goes live a lot too. So that's where I got that clip, as well as I also want to point out, when I was on the Grammys website earlier, it didn't seem like you got to do much to be a part of the Recording Academy. It said, don't quote me, but I saw, pay $150 a year and you can be a part of the Recording Academy. I could be misreading that, or like, leaving out some things, but I saw $150 membership and like $50 dues, and I was like, I could be a part of the Recording Academy right now. But definitely same vibes. I saw their World Cup performance, and me and my friends didn't understand what was happening. I love the black lady from your TikTok included. You included who wanted all the smoke in the video. Let's point. You can't see me. BRB, I can't see you. Can you see me right now? Can I be seen? It looks like I can be seen. I don't use TikTok or Insta, but I do comment on posts about BTS decision. Pretty much 100% of the YouTube comments were saying good for them. I think TikTok is where the disagreement is. Oh, I can see. Okay. Good. You can see me. Yeah, I think, which is really interesting, I think depending on what platform you are on, comments regarding different subjects are vastly different. I think TikTok has the most diverse comment sections, as in, if you make a TikTok or a video about BTS, which is kind of an emotional topic for a lot of people, understandably, you are going to see the top comment is probably going to be something like rage bait, and then you will see a mix of, oh, this is a good point, oh, I disagree with you, oh, this is trash, oh, wonderfully said. But it is easier to just kind of like state your opinion on TikTok and then just move away, which is where I think most of the variety comes from on TikTok. I think that YouTube, I don't know if it's because you can like moderate your comments or like, filter out words or whatever, but I feel like YouTube is a place where your audience, your top comments are always pretty much going to be people who agree with you, appreciate you. It's going to be like your core audience that are there for you. So you're going to see a lot of comments that just generally agree with whoever is talking, and then you'll see, some that disagree, maybe not. Twitter or X is just is negativity. I don't even have Twitter, and I know how bad Twitter is. You could post a selfie and you're gonna get made fun of all across the globe. Twitter is insane. And then I don't spend much time on Instagram, and I don't have a Facebook, but I hear that people, if you post something on any other platform, they say post this on Instagram, which leads me to believe that people don't take anything seriously on Instagram Reels. Not a gym membership. Let's see. I don't use TikTok. You don't use TikTok at all? Wow. You must have such a healthy brain. Being a K-pop fan in the UK is for the weak because people will talk. British, right? Why do you like black? So annoying. Yeah, I had to leave TikTok. I don't understand social media at all other than YouTube, if that counts. Wow. I don't have to agree with you to enjoy your videos. Aw, see? I love that. And I feel like that is how I feel about a lot of the YouTubers that I watch. Because they're not, I don't know, you're not, especially if you make commentary, why would I agree with you, everything you say, all the time? That's just not a thing. That's just not a thing for someone to agree with you 100% of the time. And I feel like I lost track of my original point, but for the people who were commenting saying, oh, you're just looking for like-minded people. If I was just looking for like-minded people, I wouldn't have posted on the internet. I would not be making YouTube videos. I would not be posting on the internet, period, if I just wanted people to agree with me, because the internet is not the place where people are going to come and agree with you. So, but I do get the sentiment of, I was about to lie. I don't get the sentiment. I wanted to see if any of those people would be in chat so we could have a conversation, but nobody is in the chat. Also, do you guys have your water? Do I use glasses? Get your glasses. What if I don't want to use my glasses? Yes, I have an astigmatism. And no, I don't want to use my glasses. I should get my glasses though. I don't feel like the problem is that I can't see the chat though. It's just that my screen, you can't see my setup right now. My screen is far away. It's not me. It's not my eyes. I'm fine. Okay, perfect. We got our water. Do you have your glass? Sprite all day. Now when I ban you, no, I'm kidding. Is it family sip time? I was debating on if I should even do family sip during a live chat. I don't know if people would participate. We got trolls in the chat talking about Sprite. I have juice. I don't want to get worked up. You come to this live chat. Sprite, juice. Who do you think I am? That's not who we are. That's not who we represent. If you're going to be in this chat, you could at least lie about having water. She's seen enough. I just finished watching the video and left a comment and realized you were live. What did your comment say? Literally copy and paste it, because I would love to know what you said, because I do want to talk about the video, but there's no one here that kind of like opposed it. Not, I won't say there's no one that opposed anything I said, but to have a nuanced conversation that everybody can't be like, yeah, I see what you were saying. Gotta be water. I'm sorry. My water's finished. What does that even mean? Your water is finished. Get another cup. Fill the water bottle back up. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Is tea okay? Just leaf water. What's your name? Who said that? Where'd it go? Mars. Mars. Is tea okay? Is tea okay? You had your chance to get tea before the stream. It's water time. You can drink your leaf water after stream. It's water time. No, tea's not okay. We're not doing tea right now. Family sip. Water. Hot cocoa? We just love your video. I rushed to see what you were talking about. Aw, thanks. Hey. Actually, it was a reply to your reply about big. Oh my gosh. Influences, Asian category and Grammys. Drink it all. It's okay because I've been in. Wow, since my Dochi reactions. Wow. Thank you. Wow, that, how many years ago was that? Like 4, 5? Wow. Thank you so much. And you stayed subscribed even when I wasn't posting. I appreciate you. What if we put a leaf mint in the water? I'm not entertaining this foolishness, this nonsense. Oh wait, let me go back. It was a reply to your reply, and I tried copy and pasting, but it's too big. It was about the difference between other award shows with Asian categories and Grammys. Okay, let's talk about it then, because I will say it's that argument is not necessarily my argument. Like, I saw that argument and I thought that, okay, that has some validity to it. If you are going to, if as a group, a collective, a musical group, as BTS, if you are saying that music has no bounds and, should be heard without any sort of regional influence or separated by language or anything like that, but you have other awards from other award shows that indicate, that it's a regional award show, even like the American Music Awards. There's a bunch of award shows that have like the country or, anything like that within its name. There's a bunch of them, and BTS has won awards, rightfully so, globally. So if you're going to accept those awards, Best Asian Artist, things of that nature, from other award shows, then why not the Grammys? And again, I am not siding with the Grammys. I thought that was pretty clear in my video. Maybe not, but never would I defend the Grammys. I just think the conversation about what it looks like, and my voice cracked. I'm embarrassed now. I'm gonna stop talking. I found your videos from the lesbian. Ah, I didn't finish because getting the. Oh, I'm sorry that it triggered you. Thank you for watching anyway up to that point. But cackling. Shamal. Please react to more music. Okay. If people put music in well, I guess I would have to make a reaction video in order for them to put that comment within it. But yeah, I'm down to react to some more music. Basically, those awards are mostly chart based and or fan voted, and Grammys aren't. That's the gist. You don't have to submit those awards, unlike the Grammys. I do recognize that, and I think that is an important distinction between the Grammys and other award shows. But it is still the AMA. I'm just gonna keep going back to the AMAs just like for simplicity and because I live in America. But the American Music Awards, America indicates that it's an award show specific to its region already. So if music has no bounds and no, it shouldn't be categorized, by region, why go to any award show that would separate itself in such a way and accept any awards? Because yes, the AMAs, I think it is important to distinguish that the AMAs and other award shows are fan voted, and that's how they get the award. But it's still detailed by best Asian artist or best male K-pop group or things of that nature that is going to be inherently, I won't say, I feel like segregatory is an inflammatory word, but it specifies the region because K-pop is, short form for Korean pop music. And I too believe that like BTS, they don't just make music that could be considered K-pop. And I know the topic of like K-pop not being a genre is a thing, but I definitely believe that they make music way outside the bounds of K-pop. So if that's the case at all, if you have this mission of being known as like global artists only, up until this point, you were okay being known as, best male K-pop artist. Why now? Basically, so who picks the winner for the Grammys then? Like, how's the winner decided? I believe the Recording Academy votes on it. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Recording Academy and members of that academy, I believe they vote on it. I want to make YouTube videos, but it's so discouraging when I hear YouTubers I just found say that they've been making for like 10 like how, I don't know if you're talking about me, but my I haven't been like a consistent poster on YouTube, but for encouragement, I do think, and I know a lot of people say just stay consistent and like it'll happen. I think that is a part of it, but I just kind of started taking YouTube seriously and posting consistently and trying to get 1 to 2 videos out a week no matter what. And I have gained over, I want to say like 2,000 subscribers within a couple of weeks. So I think there's definitely more that goes into it than being consistent. But if you have the time and dedication to put into it, I think you can grow quicker than like posting for 10 years for sure. I agree. It comes off as hypocritical, but I feel like, I don't know. feel like, because I'm not a BTS in their team, it had more to do with it's an aggressement. Would rather not, especially since Grammy makes it clear. I have trouble finding my own opinion on that issue because I do see both sides clearly, and you presented valid reasons on both ends too. They can change the categories themselves unilaterally. Do you listen to my Doja Cat? Because if you listen to her, I haven't. So her last couple of albums, I haven't listened to specifically. Doja Cat makes great music, objectively. Doja Cat, as a person, questionable. So I, as with a lot of artists, I've taken a step back from Doja Cat because she does a lot of things that I don't really agree with, and it's almost like she hates her core fan base. I know that's not necessarily true, but she doesn't do a lot to dispel that narrative. So I can react to her most recent album. I can do that. I don't listen to her regularly these days, and that's the reason why I haven't checked out her most recent albums. Honestly, making that Latin quarter category or whatever Bad Bunny had. Agree. Definitely. The Grammys are. Can I say that on YouTube? If I make that a statement, are they gonna? There's prejudice that is very apparent within the Grammys. I think it's solemnly because it is the Grammys. It's supposed to be the award that does kind of stand above regions and such. And that's how it sounded to me, at least when they posted their message. Yes, the members of the Recording Academy vote on who wins. I'm Asian, from Asia, and I'm not fully well versed with inner workings of the Grammys, but I watch vids of people working in the industry and assume work hard. Gee. Doja Cat and her tics. True, but her music is too peak. She's so good. She's such a good artist, and it makes me upset because why do you talk like that? Why do you speak? Actually, she's pretty funny, but why are you like this? Of course it's speculative. I trust the producer. His name is Slim. And he mentioned allegedly, but he's a Grammy winner and knows Grammy voters. So a Grammy strategy, kinda. And also the other thing that I'm just kind of wondering about BTS, like I'm not saying anything about BTS definitively. I say it all the time in my videos, especially when I'm speaking about other people. We don't know them. We're not in their head. We don't know their thoughts. We don't know what the relationship with Big Hit looks like right now, with Big Hit, Hybe, like the whole thing. We don't know them. And so that is why I feel like it's okay to question what their intentions may or may not be. And I know that they have come off and do come off as, authentic human beings. And I have no doubt that they are. But we only see, especially, these days when they don't leave as much as a footprint on the internet, we only see what they curate for us to see. And I think with the dance practices and the live streams that they do, and just the nature of how the K-pop industry works with artists, I feel like it makes you feel like you know the artist a lot more than you do, which is problematic, but some people need that. So I would never call someone weird or whatever for wanting to believe everything that BTS says and believing that they know them and they know their intentions and they know their heart, because like that's what K-pop does to you. That's literally what K-pop makes you feel like. It's like, that is my good close friend RM, my buddy pal Namjoon, the homie JK. Like, that's what it makes you feel like. And I don't think there's anything wrong with asking questions or thinking independently of what everyone else is saying. But what happens if they go back to the Grammys? Like, so this year they're not going to submit. And I think that that's fine. They didn't say that they weren't ever not going to submit. Like, they didn't say, oh, we're not ever going back to the Grammys ever. They said this year we're not submitting our work. And if they submit next year, is it like, what does that mean? Is it like this was meaningless, or is it like, no, I'm sure BTS has their reasons? Or does that then make it a strategy? Is it like, oh, we are gonna not submit this year and not go to the Grammys to show that the Grammys needs us and our audience, and then we'll come back once they feel our wrath? Not to say that that's how they think, but I'm just saying, like, what will we be saying if they return to the Grammys next year? Is that okay? Is that fine? I love her music. Wait, Mars, what did she do? That girl has bars. I stay women. The same thing she's always in trouble for. Hot take, but I liked her when she was in her Scarlet era. Is that a hot take though? If you like Doja Cat in her Scarlet era, she was like rapping. Or are you saying like you liked her attitude on social media towards her fans specifically in that era? Because the music from that era, the couple of singles that I heard, because again I didn't listen to the album, spitting rappity rap. Yeah, say well, oh, exactly. Their statement was so casual, so it left a lot to be guessed. They nowhere even mentioned the category. LOL, it's what everyone. So true. I guess they alluded to the fact that it was because of the new category, because there wasn't anything else, any other reason why they wouldn't have submitted. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess they didn't call out the category exclusively. True. Try to be more and more for it responsible. It makes me happy when they do their own thing that they aren't scared to show, where they stand. They have to be scared. Scared of what? BTS? What do you think they're scared of? Probably depend on how these, if anything changes, at least. I hope it wasn't meaningless. They aren't allowed to be human. They always have to be on. Yeah, because everyone was saying, Ah, they were calling Doja Cat satanic during that era. Mm, they were calling she did do some demon like things. Can't lie. I wouldn't say. I'm not going to comment on that actually. I think there's another possibility. They simply. Do y'all see that? When I look at my screen and it shows my. Oh my god. When I look at my screen and it shows my live stream or whatever, it goes black for like 2 seconds. Is it doing that for y'all, or is it just me? They're not allowed to be. I think there's another possibility. They simply didn't want to submit this year because they wanted this comeback to be free from judgment and critique and pressure as much as possible. I don't know. I've seen people say shit on Kendrick Lamar for participating in the Grammys because of their racism. So I think they'll get backlash anyway if they return. Yeah. I think at this point, definitely, even though they didn't say that they weren't ever going to return to the Grammys, I definitely think at this point they will, because of the conversation, how big the conversation it caused around them. Pressure on them. And going for the Grammys would put pressure on them. The Asian category probably just compounded their decision. I don't fuck if anybody. Oh. Boy Next Door is stealing Kendrick's. What is that Boy Next? I know the song you're talking about. In broad daylight, release my key. I definitely see the argument there. I mean, K-pop. I mean, that's the basis of K-pop. I know a lot of people. Is there anyone who feels like? Yeah, let me ask that in the chat. Actually, is there anyone? Because I know those people exist, who feel like K-pop doesn't steal from Black culture or doesn't try to imitate. It's not Black culture that they're imitating. Or because I know like that's a thing that people commonly say, is that like K-pop is like usually it's people who are like music nerds. They'll be like, oh, K-pop actually, if you really look at it, it's about, they take more elements from J-pop than they would ever like hip hop and rap. I just want to know, is there anyone that feels generally that like K-pop in no way is influenced by or has been influenced by Black culture? Oh, she went. Is that it? 2 seconds. A tiny glitch thing. Ah. What? I wonder, is there something wrong with my camera? I mean, in the end, they will choose to do what they want to do. Thing we can do about it. No, I agree. And I think that's why having discussions is not only important but fun too, because at the end of the day, whether the really big entity that we're talking about is BTS or some other group or some other celebrity, people are going to do what they are going to do. They're going to make their own decisions. There's no harm in talking about it. And I do think there is a difference between talking about it and like, just bashing them or, sending death threats. And, I know that there are the extremes of conversations that can be had, but obviously that's not a good thing to do, and that's not, I would never promote that. But when people automatically shut down conversations because it's about, your alt group or your fave or who you stand, I don't think that that's productive. in society or otherwise. K-pop love stealing. Okay. I think what K-pop I think when K-pop first started, they weren't stealing for maybe like 6 months. I think it's even confirmed because Koreans saw black people performing and they were like, that'll K-pop has kind of R&B vibe to me. Always had an R&B vibe to me. Yeah, what is that group that like was the first sort of K-pop group that they give, was it Tajin? Is that group? Yeah. But where do you think they got that from? Like, do you feel as though there was no influence from black culture? They kind of just made up that sound themselves. Oh, please, y'all just look at YG still. It's like they made a handbook of black culture and music and said, study this and mimic. BTS literally can't breathe wrong without the haters coming for them. They want them to fail so badly. I cannot imagine the pressure they constantly are under. I agree with that. People credit J-pop for the training system and stuff, but low-key, that's not even true. The pioneer of K-pop idol training system was, which was literally named after me. Yep. That's what I was saying about how they've been worse than them. Just copying things rappers say. Korean saw the Jackson. Why are you guys funny? Yeah. Taja. Yeah. Them. I was agreeing with the R&B. I see. Okay. I'm black. LOL. Oh, okay. Good. Okay. If they did credit even. And I will say a lot of groups have started. Well, when you say give credit, are you saying like you want the CEOs and top producers of K-pop companies to like come out and be like, yeah, we got this from this artist, and or just like, you know, in the credits of a music video put inspiration by or whatever? Or are you just saying like you want the artist to give credit where they get their artistic inspiration from? I will say a lot more K-pop artists have started doing that. It hasn't been a lot. I know that Cordis, I don't know, how do you guys feel about Cordis? There's been a lot of conversation about how Cordis moves and kind of a debate on if you would consider them a group that steals from black culture or not, just because of the amount of credit that they give. Like they, and you know, within their like debut documentary, they showcase the producers that they worked with, which were black people. I didn't watch that documentary. I just saw clips of it, so I'm sure there were other, you know, global producers worldwide, not just black producers, I would assume. But Cordis gets a lot of flack. Some people say they blatantly copy. Some people say it's okay that they, you know, appreciate black culture in a way that they make their own music because of how much credit they give. Some people say that doesn't matter. Some people say, they don't copy at all and that they are original and, come up with their own ideals. What do you guys think about Cordis? Do you guys message deleted? What did you write? So I actually studied Korean studies, and I personally think it's more because South Korea was pushing for Americanization after the war. Music was part of what came of it. I can agree with that, but there's other music that didn't originate or is not so colored by Black culture. Why didn't, they start to take the kind of like country folk type of style and make that their thing? Like, I know that country music was invented by Black people, which a lot of people like to debate, and I know that like folk music is, I believe, I don't want to say where it's from because I don't want to miseducate anybody, but that there's that specific type of country music that kind of evolved where a lot of non-Black people started to perform it. Why wouldn't they take a genre such as that if it was simply just American influence? Copy and paste of A$AP Rocky. It honestly differs from company to company. I don't even know what credit would look like. How people say that Black people are given no credit. Like, would it be okay for them to do, even if they did give credit? Gordon was taking underground Black artists and use them in their music, knowing good and well those Black people are getting no credit. Yeah, I've seen people do like the straight up kind of play a Cordis song and then play a song that was made before Cordis ever released their song. I've seen compilations of that, which has been absolutely insane. It's hard to explain. Oh. It's giving better term. It's giving that tweet that was saying that there needs to be a better term than partner. So someone said booth and they were like, have to credit Black people. So, ooh, it's hard to explain if you haven't seen it. They even took the Afro beat. Yeah, there was literally, I mean, it's still kind of low-key trending in K-pop, the Afrobeat era. It's really interesting just to see K-pop trends in general and how everyone, if an artist big enough does something, everyone just kind of follows that same lead. Which happens in America too. Someone also said on the video, I feel like, hold on, let me calm down. I feel like I'm getting too, calm down. Someone commented on the video, they said, I like how you act like the same thing doesn't happen in the, I don't know if they said, I can't remember if they said Western music industry or American music industry, but just alluding that the same thing doesn't happen where I currently reside. And I pointed out various, I don't know if they were speaking to like the copying, imitating, mimicry, racism, but if they were alluding to the like that racism isn't within the American industry, because it seemed like they were saying that because I was upset, or they were upset that I mentioned BTS's sort of like racially insensitive past. But within the video, I talk about how the Grammys, which is a Western institution, has been racist, prejudiced, discriminatory. That's the video. That's like a good portion, like the whole first half of the video. That it's within. It's like before you get to the second half, I'm giving examples of how the Grammys has been racist. I don't know. I think, and I guess that's like what comes with uploading anything to the internet is people can interpret it however they want. But I also just want to make it clear, of course it happens here in America with anything Western. Racism is like the basis of this country. One of the bases of this country, of course. It's hard to explain if you haven't seen them. People who call Cordis 100% original probably never listen to music outside of K-pop or are 15. Valid. That's a fair argument, yeah. What comes to my mind is that time to hip hop rise, maybe. I can't really speak on Cordis, not familiar with their music. Oh, okay. Drink your water. I mean, you literally showed the Tyler the Creator clip. That's what I'm saying, man. And you know what? I will have a sip of water. Why don't you have one too? But I mean, I don't know if there's really anything else to talk about in regards to BTS specifically now. I already told you. Oh. Cancel. Sorry, just looking into how to ban you. Since you mentioned Juice another time in the chat, just looking into how I report. Oh, here we go. Kidding. I have to go to bed. Aw, have a good night. Sleep well. I'm sorry. Was there anything else I wanted to say about BTS? I mean, obviously, no one that was in the comment section, not no one that was in the comment section, but most people that are not in the comment section aren't watching this video. Thank you, Mars. Thank you. That's what we need. That is the sort of I was gonna say activism. Actually, yeah, that's the activism we need on the channel. Do you guys want to talk about anything outside of BTS, or I don't know, if any? Wait, hold on. Let me think. Did I have anything else to say about BTS and the Grammys? I mean, I understand. This is discrimination again. Oh, let's talk about the album. I know that did everyone here? I know that people are saying that they don't really listen to BTS these days, but if anyone does currently listen to BTS, any thoughts on Arirang? I tend to have a very different opinion, I feel, about it than most people. Oh, you adore it. What do you like about it? Is it just the messaging, just how it sounds in general? She You're the only one who answered the question too. My unemployed ass is going to bed to binge watch Netflix. Good night. Good night. I love the album. Enjoyer. So I like the second half. I agree. I did Evil. I also liked, upon first listen, I also pretty much only liked the second half and the beginning of Body to Body when I first heard the album. I was so excited there. At the actual, I don't know. I agree. When they show off their own culture like that, I can agree with that. I think that, honestly, even though I'm not, and I don't mean to make this about any other group, but even though I'm not a stay, that is one of the things that I can appreciate about Stray Kids. They use a lot of Korean textures within their music, and I think, like, specifically, their production and everything. And I think it always sounds good. Water sucks. Boo. Promotion. Oh, me. Whoa. What is yours? Did anybody or is anybody going to the tour? Arirang tour? I have tickets. I will be seeing them. It'll be my first BTS concert. Who is this? Game? Pin message, report, remove. What is user timeout? Hold on. What's that mean? Yeah, get in timeout. You're tripping. Get in timeout. You're not coming. You're not coming to my country. I see. So sorry. Sorrows and prayers. But yeah, I guess that wraps up the BTS conversation. I didn't really know how many people would come to the stream, especially since I haven't streamed in a really long time, and I feel like this content isn't, well, talking about BTS specifically, obviously my entire channel isn't about BTS, so I didn't really know how many people would come. Yeah, it does sound good. Most bands are pushed to sing what sells abroad. So amazing when some groups of the opposite go the more traditional vibe. I agree. If there's nothing else to talk about, then I guess that wraps this live up. I mean, I'm down to hang out. I just don't I just don't know what else we would talk about. Time out. I just tested the timeout on you because you were talking crazy. You know we are a water forward channel and you were talking crazy. You had to go. I've actually never used that before. I didn't like Arirang at first, but it grew on me. That's kind of how I feel. I feel similarly. A lot of the individual, well, a lot is that's cap. Not a lot, but various songs grew on me. Like, personally, Hooligan is still a little bit hard to swallow. But that JK and Jin part, they eat it up. They eat it up magnificently. And then of course, like our Suga's verse, RM's verse, they do go kind of crazy. They do go kind of crazy. As I liked Please when I heard it, so I've liked Please since forever. Again, I only liked the beginning of Body to Body. The rest of it has grown on me. Um, what else? I like Merry Go Round, and I felt neutral towards Merry Go Round when I first heard it, but I know a lot of people didn't like Merry Go Round when they first heard it, and I was like, guys, I can feel the intention here. Like sonically, it wasn't my cup of tea at first, but like I could see the vision. I just had to get into it. But Merry Go Round, I enjoy. And what is that? The one where is that Merry Go Round? The one where Jimin sounds like a '60s old timey person. What are your thoughts? Ah, I wish I could go. Damn, I'm jealous. I wish you could go too. I'm so sorry. What are your thoughts on the lesbian drama couple you made? It was the first video I watched on your channel, so that's what came to my mind first when you asked. I don't have to agree. I feel like that was, for me, it feels like a long time ago, but people are still watching that video, which I'm really grateful for. I think, and it's not in the video that I posted, but Erin, she did a TikTok where she said that she knows that she's not perfect and that she knows that although her usual attachment style is secure, when she felt like her world was falling apart, she definitely entered more of an what do you call it, anxious attachment. And I don't know, she said that she posted everything she posted without the intention of making herself look perfect, and I think that is very clear, because as much as A was in the wrong and was absolutely insane, Erin was doing some questionable things, saying some questionable things, actions were questionable. And I think that that's kind of what I want to say. Even Erin said it in her story time as well. I think that experience within a Walla relationship is more common than what is talked about. It women sorry, it's just women women are great, and women are very intelligent human beings. So I think when you realize that you may have been you know, betrayed by this person, you, oh, what is that, what is, you subscribe, thank you, appreciate you. When you realize you've been portrayed as such, you know, I think it's easy for women to kind of, you know, gaslight, girl boss, gatekeep each other back and forth. And that story was just wild. It was just wild. Obviously A was in the wrong, but Erin did some things that I just wouldn't do. BTS has set people's expectations so high with their album. Trilogies. Standalone studio album with no lore storyline. What's that? Risky move, but they went with it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So valid. Yeah. Namjoon admitted that the album is. Yes, I saw that. I watched that. I watched that interview. Is that a podcast show? I watched that where he was laying down on the couch. But they've said repeatedly their priority was putting out an album ASAP and go on tour to see the fans. Yeah, it sounded like she had moments. She was freaking the hell out, and I get it. Yeah, going back to Aaron. Yeah, especially like I've never been in a relationship for what 7-8 years. I don't know what I would do if I started to feel like, oh snap, I wasted 7 to 8 years of my life. Like we're just gonna let this go. Like you're just done. You're just done. Even though you cheated on me, I don't know. I don't know how I would feel. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would be capable of if I've spent 7 to 8 years with somebody, and you're out here doing your assistant. I don't know what that does to a person psychologically. And that's also why I didn't really like I said my opinions on some things, but like overall I don't know what it's like to be in a 7-year 8-year relationship. I don't know what that's like. That's her soulmate. She still had the post. She still had one of the posts up on her TikTok. I don't know if it's still there, but she still had a post of just pictures of A on and herself on her TikTok, which is how I got like that one picture that's in the thumbnail. But she still had that on her TikTok while posting the series, and in the caption it said something like "Forever my soulmate." I don't know what that does to your mind psychologically. I don't know. Yes. Will you ever do gaming videos? I would do gaming videos. I have. Do I need a capture card? Because capture cards are expensive. But if I can, if I can find a way to do it without a capture card, I do gaming videos. Maybe just live streams though. Maybe just gaming. Yeah, like a game night, like game night live streams, and then like maybe I make it into a video. Maybe. Yeah, I was in an 8-year relationship, and leaving it so damn hard, and a betrayal like that. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. I think that, sorry, don't mean to flip-flop here, but it's not really like we're talking about anything like too specific anyways right now. But going back to the album, when I first heard Arirang, I felt that the album was confused, like kind of offhand, but so many people were saying that like it's so concise and so succinct, and I still think the layout of it, like how they from beginning to end the tracks and how they ended up arranging them, I think it definitely did. It lends itself to a story, and I think it worked out well. But when I heard it, I was like, and it's a common criticism, you can hear that everyone had their individual careers and then came together, and that's what it sounds like. And I think it would have been okay. Army definitely would have waited for them to go on tour. Like I don't know what the pressures are. Maybe I know K-pop is an industry that moves fast. There's always a new comeback. There's always a new group debuting. There's always a new album that just dropped. There's like K-pop moves really really fast, and there's already so much going on. But with BTS being away from the scene for as long as they were, yes, Army was eager to see them, but they could have literally, and this is just my opinion, I'm no marketing strategist or whatever, but I think Army would have been so content with them just doing like a BTS run, or just putting out, BTS run, doing lives, just kind of like coming back to ARMY, letting them know that they're working on an album, letting them know that they're, getting back into the groove of things, like really just kind of talking to, their audience and their fans. And then coming out with an album and the tour a little later. Yes, there were some people that were like impatiently waiting, sure. But honestly, I think if they had waited until literally like now, or even towards the end of this year, I think it would have been fine. I'm sure everybody at Big Hit and Hype was like, okay, guys, time to go, 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 go. But honestly, I think it would have been fine if they had taken their time to re release everything. You'd be surprised what you're capable of when it comes down to it. 16 years, 2 kids later, babe. 16 years? 16 whole years? Like 1-6? Over a decade? Did somebody do something? I don't know. Over a decade? 2 kids? Oh. Wow. You're amazing. It had concise structure, but you could tell the album was made by whose members? And Golden. I know what you mean. I wonder if Hybe decided that they are making an album first, and then there's no other option. Yeah, I definitely think it could have been a Hybe thing. Also, I don't. I don't know. I'm just talking here. We're just chatting. BTS makes Hybe and Big Hit a lot of money. So I definitely feel like the pressure that they were feeling could have, speculation, I don't know anything, but could have been coming from Big Hit / Hybe, because weren't there like what, stocks or revenue? I don't know, something was falling. The money situation was going down. Like they weren't making as much money as they were when all of BTS enlisted. So I definitely think it could have been to please label executives. I have to head out now. Okay, have a good night. I enjoyed it. He was clear about the company influence. Point some execs haven't got hate from armies. I don't condone this, by the way. Yeah. I don't know if you watched the doc. I did. The one on Netflix, I did. But it was way too obvious the pressure came from the company rather than the fans. Like, yeah, some fans were impatient, especially fans. About that live stream. Yeah. Yeah, BTS is a gold mine for them. Yeah. I think that BTS is so big that no matter what they would have done, could have done, would have done, this would have been a successful album for them. Even with the things that RM has been saying about the album, and like not being sure of it and things of that nature, it's done very well commercially. So I think the pressure was definitely more so from the labels. 16 years, baby. But yeah, I think, what, should we end the chat, or sorry, should we end the live? I think we discussed we discussed all the things. But amazing. The things I could never, the way I could never be in BTS with the amount of pressure they endure to cater to so many different categories of people. Well, I want to say you're amazing because, like, if you did step away from a relationship of 16 years, I think that that's incredible. A lot of people would not stay. I think that's what you were saying. You were saying like you were in a relationship for 16 years with 2 kids and then like you stepped away, or are you still in that relationship? Yeah, I couldn't imagine the pressure that BTS faces. I think in that couch interview that RM did, where he's laying down, I think he said that he doesn't like himself a lot of the time, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with the pressure of trying to please everyone and also enjoy his craft. Um, that's so much pressure, and I don't know. None of us could imagine that. That would be absolutely insane to be that big. But I'm glad a lot of people like BTS for BTS, because I think although it may not be all the time, I think that at the end of the day, they know that they have their fandom, and that might give them a little bit of relief when it comes to that pressure, to know that they have people behind them that support them no matter what. Since they debuted with the last 2 albums, I don't know, they weren't really for me, so I've been but like, I don't know, I still like them. Yeah, I think if you've been a fan of BTS for such a long time, especially since they debuted, even if you don't like, even if you start to not like their music at all, I do think it's hard to not like them, which is why, and I don't know, maybe it's just the level of parasocialism that K-pop um, wants you to have or kind of demands, but K-pop fans equate you not liking an album or being critical of something to, oh, you hate this group, or oh, you're an anti, or whatever of that nature. And I just feel like that's that's not how music works. That's actually not how any of this works. That's any other artist in most industries, like, you can say, oh, this album or this piece of art wasn't it for me. That doesn't mean that you hate them and that you are preying on their downfall. But that's what it is for a lot of K-pop stands, whatever you want to call K-pop enthusiasts. And I think that's really sad, because I think that that is the there's like an argument that like K-pop is dying, and I think that's one of the things that pushes the casual listener away, someone who could listen to groups casually, is that you listen to music and you have opinions on them, you want to share them, you talk about it on whatever platform, community, whatever you have, and you discuss it, you keep listening. But if it as soon as it gets to, oh, I didn't like this for this reason, you're like shut down immediately, and now you can't share your thoughts without people doxing you. I'm glad they are strong enough to handle it. We know how it ended for some bands, that's true. I still feel the heaviness of what happened to Shiny. Yeah. And when Shiny made their, I don't think it was their most recent comeback. Was it their comeback? Was it their most recent comeback? I don't know, but they had a lot of mentions to their member that passed, and within the music videos that they released. And literally every time, I think I watched it like maybe 3 or 4 times, and I teared up. And it seems like, I don't know, America, we definitely have our problems. We America is not it in a lot of ways, but it seems like it's really intense when it comes to Korean netizens as well. Gone, shiny, so that people. Yes. I do like other K-pop artists. I think I want to put my chat somewhere else so that I'm not looking down when I read. But right now, my who I'm listening to right now, ATs, big ATs fan. Um, Twice, I went to see Twice on their latest tour. I went to ATEEZ's last tour as well. Um, those outside of that, I mean, I'm familiar with, you know who I've like recently. I like 82 Major. Nobody talks about 82 Major. Uh, no, does anybody know 82 Major? I like 82 Major. I like P1 Harmony, but I don't listen to. Um, I wouldn't say I listen to. I've listened to majority of their discography. Um, who else? I feel like I should go through my library. I appreciate IU, but really, yeah, BTS, ATs, and Twice. I would say that that's who I've been listening to a lot lately. I know TXT, I know TXT, I know 17. I like 17 a lot. Most of their, they're like, what? There's like seven of them that are not enlisted right now. Like eight of them were just on tour. I don't know how much of 17 is active right now, but I like 17 as a whole, like as a group. I don't really. I've listened to some of their like units and their solo stuff, but I prefer to listen to like them all together. Um, but I do like 17. I do like I love Got 7. Yes, 82 Major mentioned. I lived in Korea and it's so hard. It's so hard. They, yeah. I don't the way that you see people who move to Korea, like there's people that move to Korea um and they show that whole process like on social media, and they just seem as though they're having the time of their lives and everything is great. I It makes me think a lot because it seems like the pressure there for a lot of things is insane. Like you even have to be kind of like a perfect foreigner as well. So I don't know. I couldn't imagine. I don't know if I would survive in Korea, South Korea. I don't know. Do you listen to Anteam or in hyphen? I There are in hyphen. So Anteam, I've listened to their music. I haven't. There hasn't been a song of theirs that has made me go, "Oh, let me check out Anteam." However, they are really eye-catching and very talented. The music that they've made though hasn't made me want to like dive into them as of yet. There hasn't been, and I've seen, I want to say at least 3 of their music videos. But I think they're great. But personally, I haven't dived into them. And Hyphen has good music. And Hyphen objectively has some pretty good music. And Hyphen, I like some of the Hyphen songs. I do. But I don't know. I just can't get into, I don't know what it is about Hyphen that doesn't. I have several of their songs in my library, but there's just something about them that I'm like, I don't watch any of their content or anything like that, or their interviews, stuff like that. There's something about them that keeps me at a distance, but every other time they have a comeback, I'm like, this is it. This is it. Zyker, well, hold on. I've heard Zykers. That's how you say it, right? Zykers is the okay, right? Or am I thinking that's like ATEEZ's little brothers, right? I Love Rose and P1 Harmony. I've heard Rose is really good. P1 Harmony is good. And Kiho's hilarious. Jungsup, that is my bias. Wait, let's talk about biases. Since we're talking about K-pop, let's talk about biases. Jungsup is my bias in P1 Harmony. Jimin is my bias in BTS. Jihyo is my bias in Twice. Hongjoong is my bias in ATEEZ. San is my bias Wrecker, Demolisher. I love San. What are your biases? The beginning is fun, and then there isn't. BTS perform. No, I don't think. BTS hasn't performed at Coachella. To my Taemin, Baekhyun actually, Baekhyun actually, Lemonade by Baekhyun changed my life. Rewired my brain chemistry. I don't know why. I love Lemonade by Baekhyun. Oh my gosh. Jimmy Brown, Junie. I literally only like that one song by Junie. I tried to get into, is that how you say his name? Junie? I tried to get into him because I really like that his one popular song that's featuring that one rapper. I really like it, and I've listened to his most recent album and his most recent comeback or single, whatever you want to call it, and it's not bad, but it just didn't move me. I'd recommend Firework. Okay, Firework by Anteam. It's their Madam of the Sky. Okay, Firework. Got it. Write that down. There were it's in 2025. Taemin is a legend. That's them. Jihyo mentioned. I love Jihyo. I love Jihyo. Kiki. J. Yeah, J-Hope. What? That was Coachella? J-Hope did Lollapalooza and Coachella? I thought it was just Lollapalooza. All Sugar. Longest time. But then JK kind of stepped in. Yes, sounds like Zykers. Okay. Zykers. Oops, J-Hope is my bias, but Taehyung is my bias record. And from GOT7, it has always been Jackson. And then... Yeah, I feel like Jackson from GOT7, popular guy. Everybody loves Jackson. Well, I'm also a Yoongi and Sana bias. That's so cute. Yoongi, I think for a long time, when I first got into BTS, I thought Suga was gonna be my bias. I thought that with all my might. I had my mind made up, and then he just wasn't. I love him. He's amazing and fantastic. And I don't know, he's very, aside from just being a really good rapper, he's my favorite rapper in BTS. But he's so charming. Like, how are you adorable and you rap like this? But you can say that for a lot of rappers now. In K-pop, at least. Sana's so cute. She's so sweet. J-Hope performed at Coachella? Wow. Okay. Was he popular back then too? I can't. Was who popular back then? Performed at La La Chicago in Berlin. He's goofy. For real. I know. It's 10 p.m. here, but I wanted to say hi. Thank you so much for joining to say hi. I appreciate it. It's 10 p.m. there? I think we're on the same time. Well, it's almost 10 p.m. here. Sugar. Oh, you're right. June. I bet. Alright. Well, this was fun. I want to do more live streams, even if, like, it doesn't matter to me if there's, like, I don't know, 5 people in the chat. As long as we're having conversation, I do want to start doing more live streams. Maybe, like, after I post a video, if there's anybody that wants to talk about the most recent video or talk about something else. But I think game nights are a good idea, and maybe, you know, other stuff, if people watch. But I really liked talking to you guys, and I really appreciate everyone that joined. I keep hearing a sound, but I don't see anything come on the screen, so I hope people aren't, like, donating or something and there's just nothing, like, I can't see. But thank you for everyone who joined stream today. I really appreciate it, and wherever you are, I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or whatever is happening. I'll be posting a video later on this week, and yeah, that's okay. Everybody have a good night, evening, day, whatever it is. Thanks for joining, chat. I'll see you guys another time. Have a good night.